As we step into 2021, open up. Open up your heart again, trust again. Let Him reignite a fire and a passion within you again. Let a fresh baptism of love, refreshment, and the restoration of first love fall upon you again. Be a kindling offering to Him. Tell Him you want to be His kindling. Let Him breathe on the embers of your heart and let Him fan those into flame again. Let His fire burn afresh in you again. There's such an invitation to say yes to Him again, to fall in love afresh with Him. There's fresh wind and fresh fire available. Say yes to Him again. Submit, surrender, discover, cross over. I felt like the Lord told me that 2020 and 2021 are bridge years, and that we are at the center point in these bridge years. The picture He gave me looked like a bell curve, and I felt like we, as a body of believers, were at the apex or the pivot point of this bell curve, and that how we respond to the Lord in these next couple of months will determine the trajectory we take in the next several years. The word God gave me for 2020 was invitation. The Lord told me in early 2020 that it would be a Proverbs 3:5 year, a year to trust in the Lord completely and do not rely on your own opinions. With all your heart, rely on Him to guide you, and He will lead you in every decision you make. Become intimate with Him in whatever you do, and He will lead you wherever you go. He told me that trust was the launching pad for invitation, and that 2020 would be a year to trust Him afresh and in a deeper way. It was a year to commit all to Him, and a year of simplification, refining, and focus. It was a year where our focus needed to be on Him, and that our takeaway needed to come from His eyes, His heart, and His perspective. Because 2020 and 2021 are bridge years, in 2021 there's a continuation of what He said in 2020. A year of trust, where trust is the launching pad for invitation. The Lord told me that 2021 is a year of inspiration, hunger, and discovery, and that just as trust was the launching pad for invitation, invitation was the launching pad for inspiration, hunger, and discovery. On December 26th, I woke up in the middle of the night with the Lord speaking the word hunger into the atmosphere of my room. I felt like the Lord was asking the question of us, what are you hungry for, child? As I sat with the Lord, I felt like the Lord was telling me that hunger in general would rise in 2021. And though that was exciting, it was also very sobering, because all hunger would increase. I felt like though 2020 had stripped much away, giving us invitation into clear sight and a pure focus, our underlying hunger was still there. And in some cases, our core hunger, our core desire was misaligned. I over and over heard the Lord say, what will you hunger for, child? In January 2021, I feel like the Lord is opening up a window of opportunity to purify and sanctify our hunger, and that there is a fresh invitation to clarify and purify what we're hungry for. As He continued to ask the question, what are you hungry for? I felt like He is wanting us to each discover individually what our core driving focus, our hunger is, the one thing. Step into the grace and invitation that is available this month to discover what your one thing is, what drives you, and what your core focus is. If that one thing is misaligned with His heart and His desire for you, ask Him to shift it and to impart to you His one thing. There's an opportunity this month to narrow our gaze to the one thing that is important to us and to ask Him to shift and align it with His one thing. We are in a season of refining and refocusing. Choice, commitment, yielding, honesty, and surrender are key this month. We are in a time of refining what we feed ourselves with, what we behold, what we do, and what we feed our soul with, so that when this time of increased hunger comes, we can be fed with that which we are singly focused on. I heard the Holy Spirit whisper an invitation. This one thing I have desired, to dwell in the house of the Lord forever, to behold His beauty and to love Him wholly. Love Him wholly. Let this be your one thing, the fuel rod that drives and fuels everything else in your life. There's a grace to step into the more of Jesus, to know him more and to love him more. I felt the excitement of the Holy Spirit urging us to press into Jesus. There's more to see and to know and to encounter and to experience of Jesus. Jesus has no end. I felt like there was a fresh baptism of love being poured out, and that as Jesus pours out this fresh baptism of love, there would be a fresh response of love that we can respond with. With this outpouring of love and our response of love will come a grace to be single-focused and to respond afresh to his invitation of love. I felt it was so key for us to do this first, to let this baptism of love refine our single focus, so that love can be the fuel cell for the hunger that is and will be rising and increasing this year. I felt like the Lord said this correctly aligned hunger would then be the foundation for the inspiration he will be pouring out. It's time to get our foundation set right. Surrender feels good and is easy when you're in his presence. Grace, strength, and ease are found in his presence. Revelation, insight, and truth are found in his presence. Everything that is not of him falls away when you are in his presence. I felt like the Lord was reminding me that we were created and designed to be in relationship, in covenant relationship, in relationship with him and in relationship with others. Intimacy, true intimacy, comes in the context of covenant relationship. I felt like the Lord was saying that 2021 is a year of connection and a reestablishment of covenant. It is a year of alignment and a time of restoration of covenant relationship. It's a good time to ask yourself, who am I connected to and who am I in covenant relationship with? I felt like the Lord was reminding me that signs, wonders, and miracles are birthed in covenant. I felt like we were coming into a season and a time of increase, expansion, and multiplication. Worship is key in this season. Joy is key in this season. Presence, the presence of the Lord, is key in this season. I felt like I heard him say, pursue presence. Joy and laughter and delight are found in his presence. The presence of the Lord is in and is ushered in with worship, praise, thanksgiving, and adoration of him. Gratitude is essential in this season. In fact, some of you need to start a daily gratitude journal. Praise, worship, gratitude, exaltation of the Lord will open up your heart and your mind to receive the new thing that the Lord is doing in this season. Worship, praise, thanksgiving, and adoration are the gates, the door to discovery. And discovery is one of the keys that releases inspiration. The Lord then told me to read Ezekiel 47. I felt like the water level is rising this year. The river is rising, and the current is beginning to move faster and beginning to pick up speed. It's time to dream again. I saw the Lord begin to create new neural pathways, and these new pathways were rapidly becoming established and going deeper. We are in an era of discovery. Let the Lord inspire it and define it. I felt like the Lord said, in just a little while you will look around and you will see that the landscape has changed and you are in a new place and in a new season. I felt like the Lord said that momentum of that which was started would begin to increase in the month of March. I also felt like we are soon entering into a building season. Hope is rising. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Step into the new thing. Say yes to his invitation for more of him. He has created you to thrive, not to survive. He is in you and you are in him. It's a good time to be alive. You are loved. You have the fullness of his love. You are delighted in. You have the fullness of his delight. You are rejoiced over. You have the fullness of his pleasure. Hope is rising.